I'll show you a MESSA in this video. Okay, I think I'm just gonna skip the introduction of the boss. Hopefully you guys know how it works already. But anyways, this is the team. So I'm using Cord here because at least for A0, I'm scoring more points for MESSA compared to Summer Closer on the other side. But I've heard that if it's like higher awareness like A6 and A6, then A6 Closer will do more than A6 MESSA. Since my guides are for A0 and lower awareness, I'm gonna use Cord here. But I'll also show a no code rotation at the end of the video, so if you want to try that instead, feel free to skip ahead. But anyways, MESSA is gonna be our main DPS. Obviously, we are going to use a skill 1, 3 skill 1 I mean, to inflict bleed to do some damage. Skill 2 is gonna be the skill we use during the weakened phase. So skill 2 does more damage. Wisdom Oppression, 5-star weapon, set screen. So we have Code again. Don't think I have to explain what it does. Just running Trust and Power. Trust and Prosperity should work also. I don't know which one is better, but I'm just too lazy to change cards for. 5-star weapon not needed to follow the rotation, start screen. And then we are going to use Vino. Might be surprising to some of you why we use Vino, why we don't use like Moko or something. Well, Vino is just better than Moko for this fight, for this team. And then we're not using Soy also because the boss is very easy to defense debuff. So Soy's debuff is gonna be super overkill. That's why we're using Vino. And Vino can also give like the skill 3, right, can increase damage taken also, so that's an extra debuff, and then you can inflict like shock, which can increase the crit damage the boss takes. So overall, Vino is just the better option compared to like Moko and Soy. More importantly also, here straight 8% for A6 Vino, but you need to make sure that you have a radiation stack as well as 3 other elements, which should be easy to do. Okay, at least for 5-star weapon, yeah, 5-star weapon should be easy, almost pretty much guaranteed to do. If you don't have 5-star weapon, I think it might be more difficult. Revelation card is the Departure Prosperity for a bit of damage. So 5-star weapon can give more defense debuff and also inflict ailment every other turn. So that will make sure that her AC is always active, and also of course the extra defense debuff very useful. Set screen. Then Navigator, of course we use Kokian. If you have Phoebe can work here, I think. Definitely better. Phoebe is generally better for like DOD, which is this type of guild boss with the weakened face, because you can set up. Kokian is like the next best replacement. We're not using Wind because the defense debuff is too much. So using Wind is a waste. Okian skill 3, skill 1 is gonna do the damage. You don't want to use Okian skill 1 or skill 3 too early yet, because you don't want to proc the pulsating rhythm. You want to delay a little bit so that the pulsating rhythm procs at a time where we want, where it matters, right? During the weakened turn, for example. Integrity label set, 4-star weapon, set screen. Then for the dagger, Ex Machina, we do not need the eye weapon anymore because again, too much defense deal. If you're okay, you can do the calculation yourself. If it's not enough, you can use the eye weapon to do a bit more debuff, or even Arc Knife if it's really not enough, because we have Vino can inflict ailments, so your Arc Knife can easily cap at 4 stacks. Yeah, the persona is gonna be Chernobog for the signature skill, Rakunda. So you need one Rakunda user on the team who is not Yanosik. We don't want to use Rakunda for Yanosik because we don't want to apply the mark with Rakunda. So yeah, Yanosik instead is gonna run Terakaja, so that we can inflict mark and buff at the same time. Then Dominion is just gonna use Cohesion on last turn to buff the damage. For the turn order, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure 3 and 4 is these 2, and 1 and 2 doesn't matter. Vino we guard. Then we go Chernobog and use the signature skill. Horde we use skill 2. And MESSA is used to use skill 1. You should get more than 10 decline stacks. And click the bleed also. And we are not going to use Okian's skill yet. We want to delay a little bit because we want to delay the pulsating rhythm. If it triggers somehow this turn, you might want to consider restarting. If you want to chase like the high score, then you can just use the Rakunda. Just make sure that it's not Yanosik, because you don't want to trigger the mark yet. Use a skill 1. No pulsating rhythm, please. Okay, very good. Then we do a skill 1. You get to, okay, if you can't get to 10 bleed, it's fine, because we are gonna attack it again next turn. Okay, we barely survive. That's scary. Now we can use a skill 3. This turn we're gonna break. This should give the pulsating rhythm, which will last for 2 turns. And do a skill 3. Then we can do a highlight, a debuffing highlight, and hope that it doesn't kill. Don't kill. Okay, good. Then we go to Yanosik. Harukaja MESSA. Which will also inflict mark. Then skill 2 again on MESSA. Then this time you can use a skill 1. If your MESSA is not strong enough, you can use a skill 2. And using skill 1 to, give the multi-hit effect. Which can hopefully trigger... Okay, I think you wore off already, the nightmare thing. This one, Deathly Silence. You get more stacks of this the more times you hit your physical move. So you want to use a skill 1 to try and proc it. And also the boss gimmick and stuff revolves around getting hit. So yeah. Then skill 1. Skill 2 should be fine also. Skill 2 is 2 hits as opposed to 4 hits from skill 1. Then this should... You have to get 10 bit stacks now, which I'm pretty sure you will. But yeah, with skill 1 with Vino. Vino, you need to make sure that you have 3 elements plus radiation to activate her A6. You can use Churno Block. Let's see how many Deathly Silence. Okay, 2 stacks now, that's good. Then we do a skill 1. And then do chord highlight. Hoping for pulsating rhythm. Okay, good. Double maybe? Nope. Okay, now we skill 2 to do the big damage. 300k almost, not bad. Okay on skill 1. I don't think there's any more pulsating rhythm. Skill 3. And then you go to Dominion. Cohesion on MESSA. Then we should do big damage here. Skill 3 on MESSA. $700k I think. Oh no, only 500k, that's less than I remembered. But yeah, we highlight again with MESSA. Okay. Now the possibility now is skill 2. Do not use Reaper mode because we don't want to remove the stacks because the boss can still take an action later on. Then skill 2. The boss will still take a last tick of big damage. Okay, there we go. See how much. Oh, that's a new record. Nice. 54 million, that's pretty good. So, like promised, I will show you a rotation without chord which uses Moko. If you don't have Moko, you can definitely try replacing with like Marion or something. Or if you want, you can even run a Sustainless team, which is going to be a little bit tough to survive. So the rotation is pretty much the same. Just the highlight a bit different here. We're going to use a buff highlight here because we don't have chord anymore, right? So we need to buff something for this 2 turns. And we're actually going to do a debuff highlight here also. It's because debuff highlight can last until this turn. So this skill 2 can do more damage because of the debuff here. Because it lasts until here. 14 million for this one is quite a big difference. 14 million difference compared to chord, which is why I use chord for this side. Because the damage difference, the point difference is just too much to not use chord. Then this is the rotation for this video.